Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with the Taste the Rainbow video hop. The Crafty Mavens for this month posted a question on the Facebook group and asked what everyone thought we should do for our next video hop. And Amber Prince came up with the idea that we should scrapbook the rainbow. So the design team all chose a color of the rainbow, and for the hop today you will see all of us creating a layout based on a color of the rainbow. I will have all of the links to all the design team members that are participating down below, as well as Amber's Instagram page, so you can go check her out as well. The first thing that I'm doing here is I went through my stash, and most of the papers are scraps, and then I'm pulling just some embellishments, and everything is coming from my stash. And if you haven't guessed it yet, the color that I chose was green. So there you see I now have gone off camera and fussy cut from a lot of those pattern papers that you saw. I fussy cut some of the florals, some of the banners, some of the frames, and some of the butterflies. So those are going to be sort of the main embellishments that I put on this page. Next, for the layout, I'm going to start by putting my photos and getting those matted. I'm using 3 photos for this layout today, and each one is going to be backed with a different piece of green pattern paper. So I don't typically do 3 photos on a page. Definitely takes up a lot of real estate, but I am going with 3 for this layout today. So I'm just going to get these all matted. I am scrapbooking 3 photos of some crocodiles from a trip to the zoo, and I kind of got some fun shots, one with its mouth open as it was cooling itself off, and another one of them lazing in the sun. So I thought these worked perfectly for a green rainbow themed layout. Now for this layout, I already kind of had in mind how I wanted to lay it out, so it does make the layout go quite quickly because I already had the design in mind. I knew for this page that I wanted to have the photos right in the center, and then have these frames that would cascade kind of from the center, in the center vertically all the way down the layout. So basically what you're going to see here is I'm just going to lay out the main embellishments for each of the clusters, and then I will off camera glue everything down so you don't have to watch that part. And I'm just making sure that I get a balance of the darker and lighter greens. Everything on this layout, apart from the little bit of cream and white, everything is some shade of green for all the pattern papers and the embellishments. So I'm just getting a good balance across the layout of the different shades. So I'm just going to lay everything out here, and like I said, I will go off camera and glue everything down. So I also pulled some stickers as well for this layout, and here you see in a second I'm going to take some of these little leaf type looking stickers, I guess you could say. That was a hard one to get out, and I'm going to cut those apart. It was kind of like a border sticker. I'm going to cut that apart and use that behind each of my florals for the leaves. So that worked out really good. Another way to use those stickers if you don't want to use it as a border, cut them apart. And then I'm going to go off camera, glue all of this down. Now this layout, because most of these items are paper, I did go ahead and have some of those florals up on fun foam just to add some dimension, because everything is paper. It needed some sort of interest, and so that just adds a little something extra to the layout. For my title, I typically would go with a title at the top or bottom of the layout, but for this one I thought it would be fun and something different to actually put my title in the center. So that means I'm going to overlap my title on top of my photos. I have the bottom part of the title on the largest photo, and then right above that I have the hello part of my title that is going to span across the 2 top photos. So I kind of like that. It's a bit of a different location for my title, and I don't have any issues putting stickers and things on top of my photos, so I thought this kind of was a fun design idea. So there you see I have my photo, and it's just Hello Boys, which I thought was kind of a funny title for some crocodiles. And here you see I'm just going to lay out those butterflies again, and I'm going to get those glued down here in a second. But to kind of put some finishing details on this layout, I'm going to take some of these little stickers that I pulled. I have everything that I thought I might use on this wax paper, just so that I could not have to flip through everything. I can kind of pick and choose what I think I'm going to use. I do end up putting a sort of word phrase in each of the clusters, and I do add one to the bottom cluster, but I do that off camera, so you will see that in the close-up shots at the end. Now, as a finishing touch, I decided to go with some pearls and some gems in 2 different shades of green. Normally, my go-to is always enamel dots or sequins, but for this, I had some of these in my stash, and I rarely use them, so I did pull those out, and I dotted quite a few of them around the page, so that also adds an additional texture and a little additional interest for a layout that is primarily made of paper embellishing. So that definitely helps, again, give me some texture and some interest. So here I'm just going to glue down these butterflies, and while you're watching that, I will remind you to please check the description box below for the links to the rest of the design team and take a look at the layouts that they have created. I also will have still photos coming up here at the end, and so be sure to continue on the hop, and guys, I will leave you with the still photos and catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.